to everybody. My name is Vasanth. I'm a NEET expert. I have 9+ years of experience in training NEET aspirants to achieve their dreams. And today we're going to continue the previous videos on the same chapter, like why do we fall in from class 9. And we're going to cover a few interesting topics on which we'll be solving a few questions. And let's not delay any further. Let's quickly get into the video. Shall we? Just allow me a minute. Let me get the presentation on. I hope everybody is able to see my screen. Okay. So the first thing is I'm gonna describe what are the topics that we're gonna cover in this video, and which involve about viral diseases. What are viral diseases and what are they? And then what are protozoan diseases and a few examples about them. And then types of vaccine and a few detail on immune system. So these are the three things these are the four things which are gonna deal into. Let's get into knowing the viral disease. So any viral particle which is going to invade into the body, okay, and then causing discomfort is actually the viral disease. Usually the most often addressed problem would be common cold. So common cold is usually caused by rhinovirus. I hope everyone of you know what is rhinovirus. So there are a lot of examples which you can even think about when it comes to viral diseases. So we'll see some of them as example, and then discuss about a few of these things. Okay. So when we say a lot of examples, usually viral particles enter into our body through respiratory, literally respiratory. Okay. So you need to be very, very careful. That is one reason why during COVID situation, we actually wore a mask. Okay. And even now we are actually wearing masks just due to pollution and stuff. So we need to be very, very careful when we actually go to gatherings, and then where there will be a lot of people around. It is obvious that we need to take care of our health. Okay. So we'll see some examples regarding viral disease. So these are some of the viral diseases, hepatitis, that is also caused by virus. There are different types of hepatitis. We'll be learning about these things in higher classes. And then this virus is actually rabies virus. So I hope everyone of you know what is rabies is. It's actually a viral disease which is going to put the human being into a situation where he'll be hydrophobic, and his body will be completely devoid of water molecules, and his muscles will go on spasm, and then the person will die because of dehydration. So that's a worst way to die. And rabies could be transferred through several organisms. So you need to be very, very careful about it. And then we have cold virus. So cold virus is actually caused by cold virus. So the virus that causes cold is usually rhinovirus, which is very famous. And sometimes we have flu. So we have lots of types of flu. And then this is one type of virus which is causing influenza type A virus. And is this the virus? No, we have lots of viruses especially chicken pox. Okay, this is one of the most important example, and then smallpox. So these are some important examples where we can use viral disease as an example. Chickenpox and smallpox are used as an example for viral diseases. So these viral diseases are very harmful. Reason being they have very tough way that our immune system can actually fight with them. So we need to be very, very careful when it comes to this. Our body is not prepared for anything that is going to come up. So it is very it has just basic amenities to be used against the against the foreign agents that enter into the body to function as an immune system. So we need to equip ourselves. So that's why we get vaccines. We have already come with that fact. We'll extensively study about some of the vaccines, in the upcoming slides. Okay. So this is about viral diseases. Let's get into the protozoan disease. So protozoan. So you need to understand this thing here. Proto. Okay. Proto means primitive. Primitive. Okay. Zoon means animal, because it is actually has the characteristic feature of animal cell with a nucleus, and then every without a cell wall, and then organelles in them to survive and help to function and stuff. That's why it is called primitive animal or protozoan. So these protozoans actually get into organisms to fulfill its requirements. So such examples would be malaria. Okay, malaria is actually a very common protozoan disease. So it is caused by several types of plasmodium. Plasmodium, there are falciparum, okay, and then plasmodium vivax. So these are two important strains, different types of protozoan that is going to cause different types of malaria and stuff. And when it comes to other example, Entamoeba histolytica. So that's again another protozoan which is going to cause amoebic dysentery. It actually damages the mucus layer and will spoil the membrane absorbing capability. So because of which there will be constant dysentery, and it spreads very easily through our fecal matter. So in this case, most of the cases, it is just open defecation, which is still practiced in some of our villages because there is no facility. And even after the government launches so many awareness programs, they are still doing it because of the lack of, or not lack of, because of ignorance and not having the proper responsibility about the society. So this is the protozoan disease which you need to know about. And when it comes to the next topic we're going to discuss about is the types of vaccines. So vaccines are actually put into our body through different ways. So one is through injection. So my son, when my son was very young, he is usually we actually gave him injection through needles. Okay, but every year, every few years once, a government actually organizes polio virus vaccination. Polio. Okay, polio. But this is taken through oral, mouth. Okay, through mouth. And then some of the vaccines are taken through, aerosols. So do you know what is aerosol is? When the liquid form of the medicine or the vaccines are actually, or if it is a powdered form, then we will dissolve it in the distilled water, and then we'll just insert them through an aerosol maker. Okay, we call them aerosol maker, or we call it nebulizer. 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 So what does it do? It actually converts the fluid content into smaller micro droplets, so that the delivery of it will be made very easy, so that the respiratory tract or whatever the disease causing agent is present in, so the absorption rate will be so high, so the effect of it will be could be increased in multiple folds. So that is why there is another way to actually get this vaccine delivered. So these are the types of vaccine delivery of vaccines that is done, so that it can overcome almost all the disease conditions. I hope every one of you understood the different types of vaccine. So a little detail on the immune system. We all know what is the purpose of immune system. It is just going to protect us against the disease causing agents. So when these disease causing agents are going to be invading into our system, it is obvious that our defense system, which are made up of different types of tissue, is going to have an ability to fight against it. So when they have product that causes disease, and human being or immune system, they have product to nullify the effect, nullify them. But the problem is sometimes this product will not be effective unless it is provided with support. It needs to be provided with support. So when we support them, the effect will be like, so well seen, and then like, the effect will be like, very well seen, and then it will be very good. So what will be very good? The effect of like, the material that is fighting against the disease condition would be very good. So this is about immune system in detail. I hope everybody understood what is immune system and stuff like that. Okay, so there are different pathogens that is actually causing diseases. So as I already told you that like innate immune system is like, what is already there in our body. Example, skin. Okay, skin is also come under innate immunity, which we are born with. Skin actually acts as a protective layer, which will not allow the microorganism to enter unless that it has an open, right? So that is an innate immunity. So with these kind of, there are a lot. Okay, our saliva is also innate immunity. The HCl in our stomach is innate immunity. So all these are innate immunity, which will not allow the microorganisms to pass through this place. So as a result of which, the immune system literally helps in defending our system, our body, from the foreign agents spoiling our system. So that is the function of immune system. Okay. So we have a few questions. Let's go through them. Okay. There are name two disease that is caused by protozoan, and what are their causal organisms? Okay, organisms. So sleeping sickness is actually caused by trypanosoma, okay, African trypanosoma, and then malaria is caused by plasmodium, and kala is caused by leishmania. Okay, or the condition is called leishmaniasis. Okay, so these are the examples that you can actually write. Okay, so please remember this. And what is an antibiotic? Give two examples. So this antibiotic is like something that we have seen so many times. You might be thinking like, why, this thing is seen all the time. Because usually people, this is like a very hot question, very usually asked question. So people, no matter how many times we tell them, they usually forget the fact that the function of antibiotics is against the living of another microorganism. Okay. So which is actually produced by another microorganism. So antibiotics are chemical agents which actually kills the bacteria, okay, and blocks them from performing their biochemical pathway that allows them to survive and live. So when those biochemical pathways are like blocked, it is obvious that they will not be able to survive this system. Okay, get the point? So some of the examples are streptomycin, azithromycin, and erythromycin is also used. Okay, so please remember this antibiotics. So I hope every one of you understood in detail about the topics that we have learned today. So don't stop yourself from just watching this video. Join us live classes where you can have live interaction, and you will definitely enjoy the classes a lot. So when you have these things studied, and when you don't understand few things, like do post some questions that you have that you're not getting answers from, because this is not a live class. So post those questions in the forum, and then you will definitely get an answer from our trained experts, and with which you will understand the help that we will be askIITians always try to do. Okay? I hope everything is good. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Have a nice day.